as him. Let's put our hands together. I just love his energy and his will. And to our strong brother, attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz, we bless God for you and for your hard work. Y'all can do better than that. Dr. Small and Dr. Jeffries, true trailblazers and leaders. Grateful. And this is just such an important time for us. It's an important place that we're in as a race of people, and I need us to be encouraged by this new move. And of all the move that I've seen amongst us as a race of people, I'm most excited about this move. When we talk about blackout, when we talk about black people boycotting corporate America, black people boycotting Bank America, when we talk about black people boycotting retail America, when we talk about black people keeping our monies in our pockets and ensure that we are respected, we are on the right agenda. We are truly on the right agenda. And if this agenda gain the solidarity that it duly needs, if we could all forge together and forge the kind of collaboration and partnership that we need together, we are in for a great, huge victory. I don't know about you, but I am tired of black people struggling. I'm tired of us being taken advantage of. I'm tired of us failing. And the sad reality is we're failing with the capacity to be the most successful. You know, we've got more capacity, more will, more power, more intellect, more ability than any other race of people in America, and that has been proven. Yet, for some reason, we've not harnessed that energy as we ought to bring about the success that we need. So I want to just challenge us to let's take this blackout seriously. And let us be determined that this time around we are going to do whatever it is that we need to do to gain a win. I want to make the point that there is no way we can truly succeed at any serious economic sanction against white America, against corporate America, against retail America, unless we are truly united. This is a time when the black churches need to come together. I was in a meeting with Reverend Calvin Butts and some other clergy leaders a couple of days ago, and to see Dr. Butts get up and said to the clergy, we need to be a part of this blackout that's going to take place this year. That excited me. And we're organizing and we're trying to pull together clergy from the church and the Islamic community, because my brothers and sisters, at the end of the day, to whom you give your money is to whom you give your power. And for too long we've been giving our power to Rite Aid. We've been giving our power to Target. We've been giving our power to Kmart. We've been giving our power to Walmart. We've been giving our power to Sam's Club and Citibank and Chase and Bank of America. And it's about time we begin an economic revolution and begin the journey to redirect our power, so that when we say black power, it can really begin to mean something, because we're redirecting our resources. This is a critical time for us to organize and begin to do that. Nielsen, in collaboration with the National Black Publishers, just came out with a report, and the report says that black people shop 8 times more than whites in America. It says that black people does 9 times more trips for beauty care products than white folks in America. It said the average black American make an average of 156 trips to the malls and supermarkets, compared with the rest of America making 148 trips. So we are out shopping everybody else. When it comes to grocery stores, we make 53 trips compared with 56 trips for the rest of America. Super centers, we make 23 trips compared to 21 trips for the rest of America. Dollar stores, we make 20 more trips than white folks in America. And it is about time we send a strong, profound message that until black people gain the respect that we duly deserve for this powerful consumer power that we represent, we will stop shopping. That's right. Black Friday is such an important day for all of America. I don't want to spend a lot of time because we've got these dynamic men up here that I certainly want to hear, but I gotta say this to us because of who I am and the work that I do as publisher of one of the respected black-owned newspapers in New York and in the US. I spend a lot of time in a lot of boardrooms, and I do have relationship with many corporations. And the one thing that I know, these corporations get nervous and scared just at the sound that black people are going to boycott. That's right. That's right. Their margin of profit is such a slim margin that if all of us in this room become determined that we're going to organize and get one or two people to join us in that shopping, and ask those two individuals to get two other persons to join in that shopping, before long, ladies and gentlemen, we will be able to bring black America to its knees. Yes, sir. White America to its knees, rather. Yes, sir. And that's what we need to do. So I just want to just encourage our collaboration. I think the most important piece is our collaboration. I am so with my favorite speech from Marcus, from Dr. Martin Luther King, is mountaintop speech given in 1968 in Memphis, Tennessee. And in that speech, he talked about economic sanctions. He talked about the need for boycott, and Chairman talked about it. He talked about the black buying power in America at $34 billion, which would make it the 7th largest nation in the world. Let me bring that into 2015 for you for a quick minute and then take my seat. Black people over those 50 or so years have gone from 32 to 34 billion to $1.3 trillion. If you understand $1.3 trillion, it is about half of the GDP of the entire country of Canada. If you understand $1.3 trillion, if you take all 56 African countries and combine their GDP to create the gross continental product, you will discover that the black buying power of blacks in America is a half of the buying power of the entire continent of Africa. If you were to take, watch this, if you were to take the 18 smallest states in the United States of America and you would organize and put together their combined buying power, black people have a buying power that's $100 million more than those 18 states combined. I need us to begin to understand the power that we represent. So no longer should we continue to have all of this power and not use it. And so the opportunity now for us to use this massive power that we represent is important. there was a time, and folks may take issue with me on this, there was a time when labor unions were important. Black folks represented the workforce in America, and so we would organize unions to ensure that black folks were treated fairly. Now the Mexicans have taken over the labor force, and the Indians have taken over the labor force, and others have taken over the labor force, and black folks have moved into this mainstream place as it relates to our labor power and our labor force. So labor union is not as critical to us today as it was back then.
That's right.
So what black people need now is not so much labor union power. What we need now is consumer union power. We must now organize our consumer power, because what black folks had then was labor. What black people have now is money. And almost every major corporation in America recognize their inability to survive without the $1.3 trillion that black people represent, with the most disposable income of any race in America.
Teach. Teach.
In fact, we are the only race of people who have an income that is well over 97% disposable. In other words, only 3% of the black economic power gets retained or gets rotated in our community. So I just want to say, let's get up, let's wake up, let's arise, let's black out. Let's not just talk about doing this and not doing it. I am serious. Whatever it is that you need me to do, I'm ready to do it. In fact, we're organizing 2 meetings. We're organizing 2 meetings on the 18th. Is that a Monday? On the 18th, we're doing a clergy meeting right here to talk about this movement. So all the clergy that you know, invite them to join us here. Is that a Monday? On Monday the 18th, someone check that for me real quick. And then on the 23rd, the week before we actually go out in the streets on Black Friday, we're calling everybody to come. We want to have a huge rally
Wednesday is the 18th.
So it would be the 16th. So the 16th is that clergy forum around Blackout, the national Blackout. So we're going to do the clergy session on the 16th, and then a general session on the 23rd. We're asking everybody to come on the 23rd. Bring everybody that you know, everybody that you want to get involved in the movement. Bring the shopaholics that you know, and we're really going to begin to set forth an agenda about what it is that we must do to curtail our spending. Let me tell you something, folks. If we just begin to retain our dollars, if we spend less, there are lots of wins in this. If we spend less, if we begin to redirect our resources, we will really begin a journey to true liberation as a race of people. And we will live out in its fullness the words of the great Bob Marley, when he says, emancipate yourself from mental slavery, for none but yourself can free your minds. I just pulled, as you were talking, I'm going to give you this copy, Mr. Chairman, one of my books, Bitter Truth is Better Than Sweet Falsehood, chapter 3, I think it is, talks about the Montgomery bus boycott, and the Montgomery bus boycott, fully black owned, that had black folks for the 367 days that we didn't ride the buses and we walked back and forth. Some 42,000 black people would walk back and forth for that period of time. If we were to average the fear and bring it into what the fear is today, that would translate to some $30-something million that black folks could walk over to the Montgomery bus company at the end of the boycott and buy the company and begin to ride on their own buses.
That's right.
I say all that to say in closing that if throughout this boycott we put in place a plan where some of these monies get pooled and put in a collective pool. At the end of the day, we can begin to put in place the economic infrastructure that Marcus Messiah Garvey and so many others talked about and advocated for many years. God bless you. Black power, my brothers and sisters.
All right. Give it up, give it up. That hard-hitting message from Reverend Dennis Dillon. Thank you. You heard what he said. 1.3 trillion. Not a billion, not a million. 1.3 trillion dollars. It's a lot of power. I want y'all to all know that you are all a part of a national movement. A national movement.
That's right.
About to wake things up, shake things up, and change this country. And I want to bring to you now one of the leaders taking point nationally in the national blackout. I bring to you now Dr. Malik Zulu Shabazz. Give it up for this brother.
All right, Black Power? I can't hear you. Black Power? Black Power! Black Power! Black Power! Black Power! Black Power! Black Power! What do we want? Justice! And when do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! And when do we want it? Now! And how do you want it?
By any means necessary.
How do you want it?
By any means necessary.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
And how do we want it?
By any means necessary.
Assalamu alaikum. Hotep. Free the land. And black laws for all black people. Give yourself a black hand. Give it to it. A black hand. Please give Miss Black America, New York, Sister Sase Hampton. Give her a strong black hand. Please give Brother Frank Shad, a hard-driving, anti-police brutality activist from New York City, one of our blackout leaders in New York. Give it to him. Always putting his life on the line. Brother Shad, give it to him. Sister Ya Santiwa, one of our co-chairs in New York, and the sponsor of tonight's meeting. We would not be here if it was not for the African International Merchants Association. Sister Ya, give it to her. Give it to her. To our elder and our teacher and my big brother, like my uncle, Baba Dr. Leonard Jeffries. Take it and give it to him better than that. Give it to him better than that. Dr. Leonard Jeffries. Professor James Smalls. Professor James Small is with us tonight. National Blackout. Pastor Dennis Dillon. Give it to him. Pastor Dennis Dillon. Chairman Hashim Nzinga, New Black Panther Party. Get on your feet. You may not know him, and now you're getting to know him. Hashim Nzinga. Give yourself a black hand. We're here for the National Blackout. National what? Blackout. National? Blackout. National? Blackout. National? Blackout. Giving honor to God, I bear witness that regardless to land, label, or language, that there is but one God. We won't be long, I won't be long, but we must be strong. The hour's getting late, but the time has now arrived. We have done all we can in this fight for justice. Right, sir. We have put a lot in to this fight for justice. Yes, our theme tonight is no justice, no profits. Yes, no justice, no profits. No justice, no profits. No justice, no profits. First of all, I want to say that I'm happy and I'm proud of the current chairman of the New Black Panther Party. Come in. Come in. The New Black Panther Party is an institution. The New Black Panther Party has now gone from administration to administration to administration to administration. The New Black Panther Party was never intended to be a personality cult. Right. Many of you were, some of you were shocked or surprised when I ended my chairmanship at the new Black Panther Party and became the chairman emeritus and the current chairman over the new Black Panther Party, my former chief of staff. That's what leadership is supposed to be about.
Right, sir.
Leadership is not supposed to hold on to something forever and forever and forever and forever. I had a higher place to go as the president of Black Lawyers for Justice and building a coalition around the nation. Somebody else had to be given a chance.
Right, sir.
It was not for me to suffocate the title or the head of the Black Panther Party forever, lest I'm just doing it for my own ego. Unless I got to have it in order for me to be somebody.
That's right.
If I'm a true servant of the black man and black woman in North America, there's always some action. As long as there's oppression in the hells of America. So I want to say that many of you do not know Minister Hashim Nzinga, but you heard him tonight. You feel him tonight. And you know that he is now, the Panther Party is in good hands. And now not only do you have one man on your behind, but you got two on your behind out here in the hells of North America. So we are double trouble.
Yes, sir.
Double trouble. Give him another black hand. Wrap your arms around him. Wrap your arms around him. We are building an institution. And now we're going further into this struggle. Since on the last time since I've been here, things have heated up in America. Since we've come here last, we always know about police killings in New York. You know about Abner Louima. You felt the pain going on around the sodomization of Louima. The pain and suffering going on. Name the names in New York.
Sean Bell.
Name the names.
Malik Gray.
Dorisman. Gray.
Eric Garner.
Talk to me.
Chantel David.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
That's right.
Now we have marched, and we have marched to the soles of our feet. We got holes in our shoes.
That's right.
We've had silent marches.
That's right.
I can't say we had violent marches,
Not enough.
but at least we had many marches, many demonstrations right here in New York City. All around the United States of America where we've been in Ferguson, Missouri. I've seen young people on the ground in Ferguson, Missouri, giving their lives, giving everything they got, facing a heavily militarized police force right there in Ferguson. Outnumbered military men with tactical vehicles, gas, guns, all of that. We have been on the ground. We've witnessed this live on the ground in this fight for justice. We've heard it all around the hells of America. Hands up.
Don't shoot.
Hands up.
Don't shoot.
Hands up.
Don't shoot.
Yet our hands are up and they kept right on shooting.
That's right.
Huh? But a price has been paid. I come here tonight and many others and young people have been to jail in St. Louis County. Some of them have been branded with felonies in St. Louis County. Many of them have faced the persecution and the wrath of the state and of the government from Ferguson and St. Louis County. Still in this very hour, Darren Wilson walks a free man in this hour with the blood of Mike Brown on his hands. Now, as the president of Black Lawyers for Justice, we've taken on Ferguson in St. Louis County.
Come on.
We've taken them on in the courtroom, in the Eastern District of Missouri, in the federal courtroom. We have tried and are trying and still battling on the legal battlefront, battling the white man inside of the courthouse, battling him through the depositions, battling him to just get information against an awesome battery of city attorneys, county attorneys, big money financed by the state just to protect their police departments. Nose to nose, I just come out of depositions against police officers, lying civilian police officers. I mean, lying to my face.
That's right.
Nose to nose with these liars who will lie on you, knowing that the facts are obviously against what they are saying. They have scripted, agreed upon lies.
Right.
And they're going to keep on lying.
That's right.
We keep on suing them, and they keep on lying.
That's right.
Huh? If it costs them some money, damn it, they'll pay some money. As long as they can keep on lying and keep on killing.
That's right.
So the legal end is being fought. The marches have been marched. Yet justice is still far off.
That's right.
We've been in Baltimore, Maryland,
Yes, sir.
organizing on the front lines of Baltimore. And I got to admit, Baltimore was strong. I mean, they were strong. I mean, anytime you see a police horse, and on the police horse is not the police man, but it's a young 21-year-old black man riding that police horse with his shirt off. I mean, riding that horse. Then you know something that broke out.
Yes, sir.
Because the question is, where is the policeman who was on that horse? So in Baltimore, what we saw police being carted off on stretchers. I mean, we saw white cops coming off the battlefield, laid out, head busted, carting them off the battlefield. Now that does represent progression in the struggle. Black power.
Black power.
That represents a certain level of advancement. Is that right?
Yes, it does.
And so in Baltimore, it got more intense. And the more intense it got, at least we got some indictments. Black power?
Black power.
That's progress. But them indictments did not come from weakness. Those indictments did not come from begging. Those indictments did not come from civil rights leaders. Those indictments came from fearless, awesome, determined, dedicated black people and black youth who put their lives on the line. And they put other lives on the line. And they kicked some behind. In Baltimore. And the day before we was to have our mass rally, Brother Shah, where we had 7,000, 8,000 at City Hall. 10,000, they say, at City Hall. That drove the civil rights Uncle Toms crazy in Baltimore. When they went and found out that the black lawyers for justice, the Black Panthers, and the black, and they found out that we had took the streets and took the City Hall and locked it down, every fireman they brought out, every policeman that they brought out, every Uncle Tom that they brought out tried to stop us, threw their hands up. And on the eve of the big rally after the April 25th rebellion, really the April 27th rebellion in Baltimore, where it was brewing